Have you ever wondered why some people seem to glide through life, doors opening before they even knock, while others push, strain, and still nothing budges? It feels like luck until you realize it's not luck at all. What if the secret isn't magic or wishful thinking, but something far more tangible, a hidden rhythm of reality itself? Manifestation isn't a mystical trick. It's a precise dance of energy and intention, guided not by belief, but by the laws that govern the universe. Every thought, every emotion, every expectation you carry sends a signal into the field around you. What you receive is not random, it is a reflection of what you emit. Consider reality not as a static stage, but as a living, vibrating field made of energy and information. Quantum physics shows us that matter is simply condensed energy. Particles behave like waves, and the world around us is probabilistic, not fixed. Your experience is a projection of vibrational patterns that originate from within you. You are not a passive observer. You are an active participant, a co-creator of the life you perceive. The universe doesn't hand out what you want. It mirrors the frequency you project. Thoughts alone cannot trick it. The field responds to coherence, to the alignment of your inner state. Step into the quantum lens, where time bends, possibilities exist simultaneously, and reality solidifies only when observed. Every potential version of your life exists in waveform. Which one becomes tangible depends on the signal you broadcast through your energy. Observing through fear, doubt, or lack collapses the wrong timelines into form. The universe is not punishing you, it is obeying your inner vibration with perfect precision. Desperation scrambles your signal. A mind screaming for abundance while vibrating scarcity only tunes you to the wrong station. But when your thoughts, emotions, and beliefs harmonize, coherence emerges. That coherence is what spiritual guides call faith, inner knowing, alignment. And it is this resonance the quantum field responds to most clearly. Imagine the universe as a vast symphony of frequencies, each station already playing love, abundance, purpose, and expansion. You don't create the music, you tune in. If your inner frequency is out of sync, your words are empty. The field doesn't hear what you say, it senses your vibration. Manifestation is not repetition or affirmation alone. It is the state you embody, the signal you transmit. The more you chase from separation, the more the world reflects that distance. But when you live as if what you desire is already yours, feeling it, breathing it, being it, you become a vibrational match. The universe answers naturally, effortlessly, as though it had been waiting for you to recognize the rhythm all along. The field does not respond because you fought for it or earned it. It responds because you became the vibration it recognizes. Science and spirituality converge here. Neville Goddard called it living in the end. Abraham Hicks calls it being in the vortex. Florence Scovel Shinn spoke of the perfect mold. They are all describing the same quantum truth. The version of reality that feels most real inside you is the one that unfolds around you. The outer world follows your inner state, not the other way around. This matters because it frees you from the illusion of delay or randomness. You are never behind, never left out. You are simply misaligned. When your inner signal harmonizes, not through effort, but through coherence, the world reorganizes naturally to reflect it. Manifestation is not a reward, it is a mirror. The field doesn't respond to wanting, it responds to being. Understanding this begins with seeing reality as a field, not a collection of things. It is a vast ocean of energy, intelligence, and potential. Quantum physics tells us that everything vibrates, from subatomic particles to galaxies. Solids are only dense vibrations that slow enough for our senses to perceive as form. Beneath the form lies a frequency signature, an invisible pattern shaping behavior and interaction. You have one too. Your body, emotions, and thoughts all emit measurable frequencies. The heart alone radiates a field detectable meters beyond your body, shifting with every emotional state. Coherence, love, gratitude, presence, creates smooth, harmonious waves. Stress, fear, and shame generate chaotic, irregular waves. The field doesn't just record these frequencies, it responds to them. Abraham Hicks was not being metaphorical. You attract what you are because energy synchronizes. Coherent frequencies align, incoherent ones repel. This is resonance in action. David Bohm described a deeper implicate order, a hidden layer where everything is interconnected. What you see as separate objects are simply unfoldings of this deeper field. Reality is not limited to what appears. It is the portion of the field that responds to your vibration. Manifestation becomes inevitable once you understand this. Every thought carries charge. Every emotion carries amplitude, together broadcasting a frequency that signals which part of the implicate order will unfold. You are not pleading for experiences. You are tuning the field to deliver them through resonance. Wave-particle duality shows that reality exists as potential waves until observed. Your consciousness collapses the wave into form with your attention, expectation, and vibration. Think of a moment when you felt deep gratitude, truly feeling it, not just saying it. Your body softened, breath deepened, time seemed to stretch. In that state, your field shifted. You were not trying to receive. You were already the version of yourself who could perceive it. This is the essence of manifestation. Permission granted through coherence. When your field is harmonious, reality responds to your signature. It doesn't give what you want. It reflects what resonates. Imagine the universe as a giant instrument. Your consciousness a tuning fork. The tones you strike vibrate strings across existence. Fear activates lack. Wholeness activates abundance. Your vibration dictates the music of your life. The possibilities you seek were never missing. They were simply waiting for you to match their rhythm. Applying this begins with taking full responsibility for the signal you broadcast. Rather than asking what is wrong with your life, ask what part of your inner landscape is out of tune. Instead of pleading for shifts, align your body and mind until receiving becomes natural. Not because you proved your worth, but because your energy finally aligned with what you desire. This is why Neville Goddard taught the art of living from the end. He wasn't inviting escapism. He was inviting embodiment. When you genuinely inhabit the emotion of the wish fulfilled, the field rearranges itself because your vibration has changed. But most people flicker between frequencies, holding gratitude in one breath and doubt in the next. The field reflects both with unwavering accuracy. It isn't personal, it is precise. You are not a visitor in this universe. You are woven from the same essence that shapes it. Your thoughts, your choices, your feelings ripple through the very matrix from which reality emerges. Manifestation is not summoning something distant. It is allowing the field to reveal what has always been present, just beyond your current range of perception. The wealth, the love, the meaning you seek already exists. When your signal shifts, they come into view. To understand why your desires sometimes backfire, you must recognize that the field is loyal only to your vibration. People often want more, yet emit the frequency of less. The universe is not confused. It is responding to the clearest signal in your system. You have been told to ask, believe, and receive. But the deeper truth is this: you do not receive what you want. You receive what you broadcast. The field does not respond to your words, your mantras, or your carefully arranged images. It responds to frequency, and frequency comes from your dominant emotional state. This is why someone can chant abundance all day while still resonating with unworthiness. The field ignores the script and answers the vibration. This isn't spiritual bypassing, it is energetic structure. Your mind, heart, and body each generate their own electromagnetic patterns. When they align, the signal becomes unmistakable, announcing with clarity, "This is who I am now." But when your thoughts point one way and your emotions another, when your desires live in your imagination, but your nervous system trembles with fear, you send out interference. Your transmission becomes fragmented. The field cannot respond coherently because you are not coherent. Most people desire from emptiness. They seek love because they feel disconnected. They chase wealth because they feel unsafe. They repeat confidence while vibrating doubt. This inner contradiction cancels the message. The field does not deliver what you attempt to manifest. It reflects what is emotionally consistent. Coherence requires the heart to match the mind. As Joe Dispenza explains, your thoughts provide the electrical charge and your emotions supply the magnetic pull. Together, they form the electromagnetic imprint of your being. That imprint is your instruction to the quantum field, the blueprint that shapes what comes next. The outcome always mirrors the energy you carry. If your internal recipe is chaotic, the reality it produces will be equally scrambled. Take Lara, for instance. She spends 20 minutes each morning writing affirmations, lighting candles, and imagining her perfect relationship. For those brief moments, her mind aligns. Yet for the remaining hours, she vibrates anxiety, replays heartbreak, and braces for rejection. Her mind may believe, but her field contracts. Guess which signal the universe receives? Contrast that with someone who doesn't chase love, but rests in calm confidence. Their energy is open, expansive, magnetic. They draw experiences not by effort, but by allowing space through their emotional state. This is coherence in motion. The more you cling, the more your desire reinforces separation. Wanting too hard creates resistance, and your field mirrors that distance. Shifting from wanting to signaling requires embodiment. Don't just picture $1 million. Tune into the feeling of financial freedom. Feel lightness, safety, generosity coursing through your nervous system. Rehearse this state until it becomes baseline. When your body believes it, your field begins to rearrange reality to match. Neville Goddard called this assuming the feeling of the wish fulfilled. It is not fantasy, it is commanding frequency. Carry the emotional signature of your desire as your present state, and the field responds naturally. Most falter by checking too soon. They perform rituals but peak for results. That doubt shifts the signal back into uncertainty. Reality responds not to intention, but to emotional consistency. Think of your field as a magnet. Its strength comes not from wanting, but from being. A magnet does not plead for metal, it holds its charge. By holding, it attracts. So must you. Charged, steady, resonant with your chosen timeline. Science illuminates this truth. Your subconscious processes over 11 million bits per second. Your conscious mind only 40. Dominant frequency arises from habitual feeling, not deliberate thought. Your emotional set point programs your reality. Fear as baseline cannot be overridden by positive thinking alone. Healing your nervous system is part of manifestation because your field cannot sustain a vibration your body perceives as unsafe. Desire without alignment is rejected, not punishment, but protection. The shift is clear. Stop focusing on what you want and focus on who you must become to embody it. How would you walk, breathe, decide, speak if it were already real? That version exists vibrationally. The more you inhabit it, the more it manifests. In the next chapter, we will guide you through moving from wanting into being, transforming your chemistry, and collapsing your field into alignment. But first ask yourself, what is your signal saying when you are not trying? Because that is the reality the universe believes. Somewhere along the path, something must break, not in despair, but in surrender. Visualization, scripting, affirmations, they can only take you so far. The real shift begins when you step fully from wanting into being. This shift is not an idea, it is a vibrational collapse, a folding of your inner world that changes everything. As long as you are wanting, you signal distance. Wanting always contains the imprint of absence. It tells the field this thing I desire is not here, and the field mirrors that message back no matter how devoted your practices might be. This is why even skilled manifestors stumble. They meditate, they journal, they express gratitude, but underneath it all, there lingers a faint pulse that whispers it has not arrived. That faint pulse is the real signal. That pulse is the frequency the field answers to. To call a new reality into form, imagining it is not enough. You must inhabit it. Your breath, your stance, your awareness must shift into the state of already having. This is not pretending. It is rehearsing the emotional code of the version of you who no longer waits. The field responds not to effort, but to coherence. Picture your desired reality as a radio station already broadcasting. You do not build it or chase it, you tune to it. The tuning is not mental, it is embodied. The version of you who lives that reality has a rhythm, a way of thinking, moving, deciding. You do not attract that version. You collapse into it. And once you do, the field rearranges itself around your new signal. Time reshapes. Pathways emerge. Synchronicities rise like markers along a timeline you finally allowed yourself to meet. Now bring this into practice with a quantum ritual. This is not simple visualization. It is a shift from desiring to being. 5 minutes is enough to begin rewiring the signal you send at the level of your cells. This is quantum state rehearsal and inner collapse. 1. Find stillness. Sit or stand with your spine aligned. Close your eyes. Inhale slowly through the nose and release through the mouth. Do this 3 times, letting your awareness settle. 2. Activate the sensory self. Bring to mind the version of you who already lives the outcome you desire, not as fantasy, but as memory from the future. Notice the sights, the sounds, the sensations on their skin, the energy in their chest. 3. Embody their breath. How does that version breathe? Slower, deeper, steadier? Shift your breathing to match and let it anchor you. 4. Lock in the emotion. Identify the core feeling of that life. Peace, power, freedom. Let it rise and expand until it saturates your entire field. 5. Collapse the timeline. Say within yourself, "This is who I am now." Let the statement replace every signal of distance. Hold it long enough for your body to accept it and for your field to hum with it. This is not imagination, it is calibration. Each repetition builds a new identity, and identity emits a stable signal. The steadier the signal, the faster the field reorganizes. You are not altering the future. You are choosing which version of the future to merge with now, but many lose their footing. They embody the state for moments, then spend the rest of the day reacting to the old life, checking for signs, measuring progress, slipping back into impatience. The familiar timeline pulls them not because it is truer, but because it is repeated. The nervous system mistakes repetition for safety. You cannot hold a new signal while emotionally investing in the old one. The change must be lived, not performed. Walk, choose, and speak like the version of you who already inhabits the manifestation. Not to pretend, but to broadcast coherence. The field listens to your baseline, not your performance. And when doubt rises, when nothing external shifts, remember this. Timelines change not when circumstances change, but when you do, and you keep that change steady. That is not delusion. It is quantum discipline. This is not magic. It is mastery. Now let this become a shared resonance, a field stabilizing through collective intention. Let your future self feel it. Let your signal be witnessed. This is your new vibrational contract with the field. You have stopped asking, you have stopped waiting, you have begun being. Now it is time to program the field with precision. Here is a truth so radical, so encoded into the very structure of reality, that once seen, you can never passively exist again. Your awareness is not neutral, it is creative. How you observe the world infused with emotion, belief, and expectation shapes what becomes real. This is not philosophy, it is physics. This is called the observer effect. Consider the double slit experiment. Scientists fired particles through 2 slits onto a screen. When unobserved, the particles behaved like waves, exploring all possibilities at once, forming interference patterns. But when observed, the waves collapsed into particles, choosing a single trajectory. Observation alone determined the outcome. The machinery didn't change. The environment didn't change. The act of conscious measurement changed reality. Now reflect. What is happening in your life when you are not observing it? And how does it shift when you focus with fear or with faith? Most live as if randomness rules, forgetting that attention is not passive. Your focus is a spotlight. It selects, it filters, it collapses potential into form. You are not merely witnessing life, you are activating it, choosing which versions manifest. Imagine your life as a field of overlapping timelines. In one, you thrive. In another, you struggle. In yet another, you create, love, expand. All coexist as waves waiting for one to crystallize. The chooser is your awareness, but not just any awareness. Awareness charged with emotion and belief. Repeated emotional focus feeds one timeline, making it dominant, eventually solidifying as your reality. It is not destiny. It is a loop of perception and reinforcement. This is why patterns feel unbreakable. You observe lack, feel fear, reinforce scarcity, and the field mirrors it back. It is not punishment. It is loyalty to your focus. Reality does not respond to what is objectively true. It responds to what you repeatedly observe as true. Obsess over absence, and the field collapses more absence. Amplify injustice or unworthiness, and the field reflects it. Observation programs experience. Now flip it. Direct your attention with gratitude, with presence, with certainty toward the life you want. Emotionally immerse yourself in the outcome. The wave begins to collapse into the particle you choose. Focus expands. What you observe vibrationally becomes inevitable. The observer effect is the hidden law that spiritual teachers have tried to convey for centuries. What you focus on expands. Application starts with mastery of attention. Awareness is not mere mental observation. True quantum observation is embodied. Feel the outcome as real. Live it from the future as memory. The more alive it feels inside, the more certain it becomes outside. This is the bridge between thought and reality, between being and becoming. Not eventually, but instantly, the field shifts when your inner chemistry changes. And that begins with rewriting the emotional filters that shape what you notice. If you were taught to anticipate disappointment or delay, your perception becomes tinted and a distorted lens collapses distorted timelines. None of this is your fault, yet it is your responsibility to clear the window you are looking through. One of the simplest ways to do that is through pattern interruption. Catch yourself in the middle of a spiraling thought as your mind searches for proof that you are behind or unseen, and pause not to correct the story, but to change the frequency beneath it. Instead of saying, "I hope it works," breathe into the sense that it is already unfolding, even if your eyes cannot confirm it yet. This small reorientation upgrades your emotional signature, and the field rearranges itself accordingly. Then comes a deeper practice. Walk through your life as if reality is already leaning in your favor. Enter a room expecting harmony. Send a message while feeling the version of the timeline where it is received with openness. When you envision your future, do not plead for it. Witness it as if it already exists. Observation itself is a spiritual technology. Use it deliberately. Let me share a story. A client named Daniel came to me years ago, overwhelmed by financial stress. He had consumed every method, created every board, followed every blueprint, yet nothing shifted. One day I asked him what he felt each time he opened his banking app. His answer was dread. That dread was the true broadcast shaping his world. So we created a simple ritual. For 30 days, he could only check his account after aligning with the version of himself who felt supported. At first it felt unnatural, but gradually something changed. The numbers shifted, but more importantly, opportunities appeared that he had been blind to before. The wave collapsed into a different reality because he changed the emotion behind his observation. When you elevate the feeling with which you witness your life, the field reorganizes not through control but through coherence. This is what many forget. You are always observing, even when you are not trying. Every belief is an emotional observation made solid. Every complaint is an energetic request. Every assumption is a vibrational signature you transmit. So the question is not how do I manifest what I want? The question is which reality am I reinforcing through my emotional tone? Because that is the one the field will crystallize. In the final chapter, we integrate everything. You learn how to live as the field itself, not to manifest in isolated bursts, but to walk as a continuous energetic blueprint reality cannot help but respond to. This is where synchronicity becomes normal, coherence becomes default, and manifestation stops being a technique. It becomes your nature. There comes a moment when you no longer visualize to get something. You visualize because creation is your native mode. You stop waiting for the world to change because you have become the signal that changes it. This is the shift from managing outcomes to embodying the very frequency that calls them in. And once you cross that threshold, you do not simply attract a better life. You broadcast it. You were never merely receiving. You have always been transmitting. Your thoughts, emotions, and state are not reactions to the world. They are the framework the world follows. You are not separate from the field. You are the field condensed into form, animated by awareness, shaping possibility through vibration. To live this truth is to wake each morning knowing life is emerging from you. Every encounter, delay, opening, and acceleration is entangled with who you are being in that moment. You are not reacting to a fixed world. You are constantly collapsing potential into form through the frequency you hold. This changes how you move, not because circumstances have shifted yet, but because your energy already has. You no longer plead with reality. You set the tone. You speak less about what is missing. You depend less on external proof. You stop hunting for signs because you have become the sign. You are the alignment the field organizes around. You stop seeking validation from the outside because you realize the confirmation has always been within you. You are the signal. You are the alignment. The field doesn't respond to your wish list. It responds to the frequency you maintain, moment by moment. Many teachings miss this point. They have you chasing outcomes, visualizing futures, and measuring progress. But living as the field isn't about shaping a new future. It's about embodying a new identity. The field mirrors your state, not your goals. Challenges will arise, not as punishment, but as resistance from your old self, the parts of you that survived through fear and limitation. These patterns will try to reclaim your focus, pull you back into old habits. This is natural, but you're no longer operating at the level of thought alone. You're operating at the level of vibration. And when your vibration is coherent, it overpowers fear, memory, and habit. Living as the field also means connecting with others who hold themselves to the same frequency. Community amplifies coherence. When you surround yourself with those who already embody the state you are moving into, people who no longer complain, who no longer need to be convinced, who live as the signal they once pursued, your own vibration strengthens. This is not conformity, it's resonance. One clear tone aligns the others naturally. Here is the shift. No more striving, no more waiting for signs, no more measuring your worth by outcomes. You are the quantum field expressed through your body, your breath, your awareness. You are living consciousness in motion. And as you stabilize your inner frequency, the outer world naturally aligns, not through force, but through coherence. Imagine moving through life as a node of coherent energy. Spaces lift when you enter them. Your presence shifts probability. External pressures no longer collapse you. You collapse potential into new forms simply by holding your state. You don't speak about magnetism. You are magnetism. You attract not what you want, but what matches your internal truth. This is the path forward, creating from wholeness, leading with field intelligence, becoming the source that shapes reality. The moment you embody this, manifestation stops being something you chase. It becomes the natural expression of who you are. Every breath, every choice, every interaction resonates with the field. You are not reacting to life, you are recalibrating it. Step into this daily, observe consciously, align emotionally, stabilize your frequency, and watch as the world reorganizes around the coherence you embody. This is the quantum field in action. This is your moment to live as the field itself.